I know you've been meaning to start going live streaming. You don't know how it's going to look, especially if it's your first time, or maybe, you just feel weird about talking to yourself, or how do you engage your viewers? We are going to be talking about more about that and more today on today's live. Let me just make sure that it is in the Facebook groups. As you know, I'm using Ecamm and I'm just kind of like testing out a couple of new features. I am Laurie-Ann Mirabito, your host, and welcome to the Monday 5 p.m. Show that I have. I am a reformed, painfully shy girl who accidentally became a professional speaker, and I have now stepped off the stage to help you build your business your way and leverage speaking opportunities both online and in person so that you get seen, attract high-end clients, and also leverage your intellectual property. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about Facebook Live. And as you're just kind of like popping on, I'd love to know what some of your questions, what are some of your questions? What are some of what prevents you from doing Facebook Live or any sort of live streaming? Because there's not just Facebook. There is also, YouTube. Yes, YouTube. And just as a little giveaway, when you use YouTube, because Google owns YouTube, it actually becomes a little bit of a SEO for you. And there's also Instagram. I kind of wanted to see if I could throw Instagram on here. And so that's what I'm going to try to do right now while people are jumping on. Sandy, how are you? It is always lovely to see the Sandy. She's not in Florida anymore, or are you still in Florida, dear? Let's see. Let's see if my connection's actually even going to work for this today. Actually, it looks a little crooked. There, maybe that'll work. We are talking about Facebook Live, and if you've never gone live before, just kind of like type down below. Let me know. Yes, I've gone live. No, I haven't gone live. Yeah, it's been a little while since I've gone live, and that's okay. All of that is totally fine because now is a great time to start going live, not only for networking, but just to build your business, to start sharing your message, start sharing your story, to start making more sales. So I know a lot of stuff is happening globally. I actually just want to say, there's a lot of shit going on, and some of it is really scary. And I'm hearing a lot of people they're super concerned, they're worried, they're scared. I'm hearing, lots of things about businesses, especially people who have businesses that are very much in person. The travel, the airlines, hotels, restaurants, so many places are really getting hit. So if you are the sort of business that, sorry about my Instagram here, it's a little crooked. But what I'm seeing is this is a great time to sort of pivot and come up with some new ideas. Today's live was supposed to be about money mindset. And I literally woke up in the middle of the night and thought, I can't do money mindset. No, I have to reschedule it. I need to talk. I need to help my community, help my audience, help my viewers with what's going to help them right now, not schedule something about Facebook, how to use live streaming later on in the month. I needed to do it now because I think that this is exactly what people need. And we need some fresh ideas. Maybe this is a great time to come up with new ideas for your business. So let me just take a moment here. And Nancy has come back from Florida. Good timing. And Linda says, yes, she's live streaming, but it's not consistent. Don't worry, I totally get that. And let's see, Jen here, she goes live every Tuesday Jen, is it only once a week or is it twice a week? How many Facebook Live shows are you having? And let's see, Sandy says that she tried it a few times, but she didn't like how it looked. You didn't like how what looked? What was the weird part? So I use Ecamm, which is why you see my branding on here. And let me know if how many Mac users are out there, and if you want to learn how to use Ecamm to use for your live streaming. There's like lots of benefits, and I'm super excited. I'd be more than happy to help you with that. So let's just kind of like get started. So first is just making that decision. You know what? I'm going to try Go Live. Make the decision. And here's the fun part. Here's a way to try and go live so that nobody sees you, if that makes you feel good. Now, for the people that I've just been chatting with that are right here in the chat, they've all got experience with going live. But if you want to just like, I need to warm up to going live, then I would say you can actually go live on your personal Facebook profile, and you can have the settings go to just you. So you'll be the only person, so none of your friends, none of your family is going to be notified that you're going live, only you. And that might just help you get a little bit of courage. But that's one thing, is just to let's make that decision. And one of the concerns that I hear a lot is, what if I'm talking to myself? What if nobody joins? If nobody joins, it's not a reflection of you or your topic or what you're talking about. Nothing. So just understand, because remember, we have to take care of everything from the neck up, so that from the neck up takes care of from the neck down. So it's all about mindset and how do we define being on the live stream all by yourself? It means nothing about you. I heard once a woman who is an extreme introvert. She said she never shows up for lives when they're live. She will only watch the replay, because what she's afraid of, and this is what she shared with me, she's afraid of just what I was doing. I was like, hey, Sandy, how are you? And Linda's here. And, Jen, Jen answered my question. She wouldn't want to be picked out. So there's a lot of people who watch the replay. And you guys have heard me say before, I do this at Mondays at 5 p.m. Well, guess what? This is dinner time here on the East Coast. And in the Central and Mountain time, typically these people are still at work, if they still have day jobs, or if they're running an online business, they're probably still working with clients. And all the way on the East Coast, it's just 2 p.m. So I don't worry about that. This is the time that works for me. And people watch the replay. So I am super excited for all of you who are here. Please don't take me wrong. I'm super glad that you're here, because we're going to have this conversation about how to have better Facebook Lives. And Facebook Live, just like speaking, just like writing content, just like sales calls, just like learning any new skill, you get better with time. I always encourage my clients, go back on my business page and find my very first Facebook Live. Go watch that and then compare it to now. And you'll see the difference, because I'm sure that there's a difference. I haven't really looked at it, but I know there's a difference, because I know how I feel doing my Facebook Lives now. So number one is, I want you to decide that you're going to start incorporating Facebook Lives. I want you to find a time. If you want to have a show, which is what I call this, then find a time that you can commit to, at least for a month or two. That's the same time on the same day. That's what a show is. Any TV show that you're watching, typically comes on, if you're not DVRing it, but even so, it comes on at a certain time every week for the season. So figure out what time is going to work for you. That way you put it in your calendar so that it will help you commit to it. So that's number one. And number two is make an event on your You can't do this on your personal page, but if you have a business page, you can make an event. If you are running a Facebook group, a community, you can make an event. And when you make an event in your community, in your Facebook group, it sends out an email notification, or I should say a Facebook notification, to everybody that's in your group so that they know that you're going to have one. Same thing that I'm doing here. If you're going to do one spontaneous, maybe you could just throw a little message up there that just says, hey, I'm doing a Facebook Live. Here's what the topic is. I'll be live in 15 minutes. I mean, you can do that too, especially if it's spontaneous. And right now, there's so much uncertainty that's going on that doing some spontaneous Facebook Lives might be exactly what your people need. I personally am, I'm just going to take this down. I personally am going to be doing some Facebook Live to support the people that are in my community, whether that's with inspiration, maybe they just need some more tips and training, maybe they need some brainstorming sessions. I've been doing a lot of just kind of wanting to get out there and give back to the community, doing a lot of free coaching sessions. And I think right now with everything that's going on, people are really scooping up those free coaching sessions. And so I'll make sure that I drop that link. Also, it is right here if you want to scoop up one of those. So number one, you're going to decide. Number two, you're going to pick a time, or you're just going to go spontaneous. And then you're just going to go live. And literally, you don't need a whole lot of technology. The best thing, people need to hear you. They will stick around as long as they can hear you, even if the quality of the video is poor. But if you have really great video and they can't hear you, people will leave. So that's number one. Technology. You just need a phone. So you get to decide. You can do it this way. I preferred if you did it this way, because then you can download the video. If you do it on your phone, it should download automatically to, or ask you to download it right to your phone, because then you could take that video and repurpose it and bring it over to YouTube or to Vimeo, lots of different places, or you might want to send it out to your email list. There's so many different ways to repurpose your videos. So I would love it if you would at the very least, do it horizontal. And then you just need really good audio. And literally, if you've got wireless headset, if you've got a wired headset, just grab those and boom, you've got all the technology. I'd love it if you had a tripod. But again, we're not going to get hung up on the technology and having all the pieces. We are going to make sure that let's just get started. Okay? You are here to serve. You have talent, you have skills. I just want you to serve your audience. And this is a way that you can get a farther reach. And here's another great tip why you should be live streaming. Facebook loves it. Facebook loves it when you live stream. And I am convinced that the more that I live stream, the more that my content that I share in other groups and on my pages and in my community, it gets seen. Because remember, Facebook is the one with the algorithm. It can change from day to day, but as long as they see that I'm using their platform, it keeps them happy. So live streaming is another great way to get your content seen. And it's a great way just to, maybe you're having a hard time, writing content. Here it is, you can just talk people through things. So you're like, okay, Laurie-Ann, I know how to make the event. I got the technology, but it's when I hit the go live button. I understand. So you're going to hit go live. And here's how I want you to start your video. You need to give people, there needs to be the headline, the hook. I need to know why I need to stick around, what you're going to be talking about, what's it all about, in as brief as you can be. I'm talking like 30 to 45 seconds. What am I going to be learning if I stick around and watch the entire live? But remember, with Facebook, people are coming and they're going with the live because there's this other distraction, this other part of Facebook. But if they're watching the replay, if they're watching it from the beginning, then I know why I need to stick around. I'm hearing stuff. It's like, I know what I'm going to learn, and I need to learn this. She already told me why I need to learn this. And then the second part is, then I go into my introduction. Hey, I'm Laurie-Ann Mirabito. I'm your host of, and I just kind of like give a little introduction, like an elevator pitch. And then like, let's get started. So how many of you guys like, is this all making sense? You know, the people that are watching right now, or if you're watching the replay later on, again, asking your audience questions. You know, is this making sense? What questions do you have so far? So if you're just starting out, I don't want you to teach everything you know. And that is the biggest problem that I see when people are just starting out. You don't have to teach everything you know. Facebook will let you teach and go live more than once. And remember, what I'm telling you about, I might be saying Facebook, but you can also use it over in Instagram, use it over in YouTube. You know, there are lots of different live streaming platforms. So if you're just getting started, so I would love it if you would just teach one tip. That's it. Just give like, here's one tip. I'm going to use Jen. Jen is a doTERRA rep, and she has a huge knowledge base on the doTERRA oils. And there's like over 200 oils. And I was just having a conversation with another doTERRA rep, and if they just did two videos and talked about one oil each, so two videos a week covering two different oils, about, you know, like having like this, like, here's what you're going to learn today, here's who I am, you know, here's what this particular oil is good for, here's how to use it, here's how to contact me. It would take you, at doing two oils a week, it would take you about, what's that? That comes down to about 2 years worth of videos. That's in 2 years, just doing two videos a week. You would have done about 200 videos, and talk about a library of information. That's what this is. Like if you go over to my my business page, you know, you'll see all my Facebook Lives with all the graphics, and so that it's easy, you know, and you don't have to do this. You don't have to do this when you're just starting out, but it's just easy for people to see one and pick the ones that they want to watch. But those graphics are made in the free application Canva, by the way. So then you just do your teaching and then give people a call to action. Here's what I want you to do. Here's what I need you to commit to. You know, or it can be like, grab my opt-in. Or it can be like, book a call. You know, like I already asked you guys earlier, like if you're like looking for some new ideas for your business, or Laurie-Ann, like how do I bring my business online? You know, how do I start using video? Because, you know, video or live streaming, that's a form of speaking. This is a phenomenal form of marketing. Reach out to me. Here, I'll put that link back up. This is one of the reasons why I like eCam, because I have them all like set down here. But I'm happy to do an eCam training for you guys. Just let me know if that's something that you're interested in. So just having this sort of like, it's essentially like having a template. And then, you know, you might be like, geez, but what if I forget what I was going to say? Because that's another thing that I hear a lot of people say. You write it down. You write it down. And I actually have this sitting on top of my laptop. Here are my notes. I kind of already know what I was going to say because I just love Facebook Live. I just think that this is a great way to share information with everybody. You know, it's also, this is like that other form of speaking, and it's a great form of speaking, but remember, it's just like any other form of speaking. You know, I have a channel over on YouTube, and that's where I have a library of my lives. You can also watch them like over on my business page. You can go and binge watch them. But remember, speaking and video is the gift that keeps on giving. Where else can you see like my personality? And that's what doing Facebook Live and videos is all about. Let me just answer. Sandy says, yes, yes, Ecamm is for Mac. It is only for Mac at the moment. And I'm not sure if they have any plans to bring that over to the PC world. Let's see. And Linda here says, okay, I will share one tip today on live to feel lighter. Oh, fantastic. I love that. So here's what my call to action is for you guys. I know that I'm kind of giving you a couple. One is to let's sit down together, especially during this time. If you just want to strategize some new ideas, for your business, or even if you're just like, Laurie-Ann, I don't know what to talk about on my lives. I want to do them, but hey, let's get on the call and let's come up with a couple of months worth of different topics for you. And we'll even come up with some sexy titles. So that's one. And number two is, I'd love it right now. And if you're watching the replay, type it into the comments. When are you going to go live? When will you go live? Linda already committed to that she's actually going to do it today. And let me just, she's going to do that today. So when are you going to go live? That's what I want to know. Because I want to be here to celebrate you. And it's going to be a fun. You're going to enjoy it because, well, why not? It's a great way for you to communicate with your clients, with your potential clients, to get more leads. And that's why you're in business, to share your skills and share your talents. So this is such an interesting topic. And give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this about Facebook Live, because I got something special coming for you, and that is going to be next week. How would you like if I brought on a guest who's really talented and knowledgeable about mindset, but she also does a lot of Facebook Lives? Let me know your thoughts if you'd like a special training and to hear from two online business coaches and how we are using Facebook Lives in our business and in our communities to help others. Just give me a high five and let me know if that's something that you're interested in, because we are planning on doing a special Facebook Live for you guys next Tuesday, the 24th at 6 p.m. And I'll be using this right here, this Ecamm. So it'll be on my business page and also in my private community, Entrepreneurs Making an Impact, but also in her private community. And I do not remember the name of her private community, but her name is Kim Arstringer. And I think I'm pronouncing that right. I had written it down somewhere. Of course, that piece of paper is over in the kitchen. But let me know if you guys have any questions before I hop off. Because you know me, I like to kind of keep it nice and short and sweet to the point. But if you're watching the replay and you have any questions or any comments, just give me a tag. I'll come on by and I'll make sure I answer your questions, because I want to see you guys get online. And this is a great way to start communicating with your audience, but it's also a great way to network. Who can you collaborate with? Because that's exactly what Kim and I are doing. We are doing a joint Facebook Live so that we can help both of our audiences, because we care for you guys. We love you and we want to help you, especially during this rather stressful time. Let's see. Sandy says, in a day or two, the topic is the power of being present, and I'd love the special Facebook Live with the guests. Wonderful. Wonderful. That is going to be so much fun. Okay, you guys, again, if you have any other questions, comments, don't hesitate. Don't be too shy. Feel free to reach out. I hope that you guys, here's something else that I can do with Ecamm. I just have to play around with this. Okay, enough of that. That's my ending applause. But you guys all have a great evening. I will see you inside Entrepreneurs Making an Impact. And you guys all have a great evening. And any questions? Drop them below. And I will be around to help you out this week.